it's Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today for another Simple Stamping Saturday. And I have kind of finished my Not Just for Christmas theme now, and I'm going to be just doing all sorts of crafting. And today I am using the Happiest of Birthdays stamp set. I only recently got this because I suddenly realised I didn't have a big birthday sentiment in any of the sets I already had. So this one is just amazing. I mean, we've got Wishing You the Happiest of Birthdays, which you've seen me use before. I used that earlier in the week on my Not Just for Christmas plaid tidings card. This time I'm just making a card, and I'm actually using this one, which is Happy a Little Bit Late Birthday, which I thought was just fun. As ever, the idea is that I start by showing you how to make a simple, quick card that is on one of our note cards and envelopes, and this time I'm using Whisper White, and then I will show you a couple of stepped up versions which add a bit more in the way of product and technique along the way. So let me show you what I have made for today. Now, we always decorate the outside of our card, of our envelope. So this is my envelope decoration, and this is my stamp. Now, this is not brilliantly positioned. I was trying to get it over to the left, and I've ended up with it just not anywhere really. So the version I'm going to make now, I'm going to bring it right down into the bottom right hand corner so it looks more intentional. This just looks a little wrong. So let me grab what I need, which is one of our Whisper White note cards, an envelope. Let me pop that out of the way, and I'm using Stampin' Right markers from our Brights collection. So I'm using Gorgeous Grape, Mango Melody and Bermuda Bay. And grab my stamp, which I have got mounted on my D block at a funny angle. I've been saying this for a while now, but it's much easier. Thank you, Rachel Tessman. It's much easier to stamp straight if you don't try and put your stamp straight on the block. The reason behind this is because, now I'm using the side of my Stampin' Right marker, preferably without the cat hair, to ink this up. Don't go in with the point and start rubbing. You want to use the side of your marker. So yes, the theory behind this, which does work, is that if you've mounted your stamp straight on the block, if it's not exactly straight, you are likely to be guided by the block rather than the stamp. Whereas if it's very crooked, you're going to be guided by the stamp, not the block. And I have to say, it kind of works. So Gorgeous Grape on the birthday, Mango Melody on the A Little Bit Late, so just ink that up, and again I'm using the side of the marker. And finally, Bermuda Bay. And the colours that I'm using will become a little bit more, you'll understand why a little bit more in a moment. Sort of, well, maybe you won't actually, but I think you will. So really great way of inking up your stamps. It's a great way to get lots of colour of ink. If you buy the markers, they're particularly good on the red rubber. Let me just reactivate the ink by breathing on it. And as I say, I'm coming down to the bottom right hand corner, so it is intentional. Now with markers, you do need to give them a really good chance to get the ink from the stamp to your card. So do leave it there for a while, and as you can see, beautiful. And it's intentional. It's in the bottom right hand corner. Okay, so for the pattern, I'm going to carefully take my marker and very carefully just spritz a bit, and then I'm also going to do that on the envelope and I'm actually using the top left-hand corner. We put stamps on the top right, so top left is kind of free space. And then what I tend to do is get a piece of kitchen paper, clean the ink from the inside of my lid before putting the marker back in. Otherwise you could end up with ink on the inside of on your marker, and you're going to get it everywhere, which is why I have some ink everywhere. Same with the Gorgeous Grape. And you don't need a huge amount. Move that out of the way, bring this in. And again, grab your piece of kitchen paper, clean it out. And there is quite a lot of ink on there, which you really do not want going onto your fingers next time you want to open up your Stampin' Write marker. And finally, we'll do Mango Melody. I've already done Bermuda Bay. Sad, isn't it? Hey ho. Pop my Bermuda Bay away and bring out my Mango Melody. So that's that. And then, and this is a great technique if you just want to break up whiteness. So if you've got a lot of open space, just doing a bit of a spritz can break that space up. And then just pop that back in there. So there we go. That is, yes, it is the right way up. That is our note card and envelope. Let me just grab my bone folder. I know I say it every week. Bone folder is your friend. So there is our quick, simple card. We are on 7 minutes, including an introduction. So for my first stepped up card, I am bringing in this one, and this is where I got my colour scheme. Technically, this is Coastal Cabana, Crushed Curry, and which was the other one I was using? Oh, and Purple Posy. I've just switched other colours within that purple, aqua, yellow, because I wanted to use the same Stampin' Write marker set. This is some of the ribbon from the Playing with Patterns combo, and if I told you that it only goes there, so we've saved a lot of ribbon. I only had enough to go right the way across the card once if I then wanted a bow or a knot. Just don't have it going all the way across. This is covered, so it's fine. So this is heat embossed on Night of Navy, just cut down. This is slightly smaller. The paper is slightly smaller than my normal. And then on the inside, I just cut a piece of the pattern paper. And then for my Avid stamper, we've done basically the same card, just with a different pattern. But I've introduced the stitched label dies. And then this is with, there's a piece in the dies which is just the dots. It doesn't even do the cutting, it just does the dots and the little embossing outline. So that's what I put down here. And again, this time I've gone right to the edge of the card, whereas this time I stopped on the card. And again, I've just got a short piece of ribbon that's gone round underneath, and I've stuck that down with glue dots. And then this is obviously popped up with dimensionals. So there we go. Those are our quick, easy, stepped up again cards for this week. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you don't already. There'll be more photographs on my website, which is linked immediately below. It's the associated blog post. Comments, questions can also go below underneath the description bar, and I do always react to those, either by answering the question or just saying thank you if what you've said is what a great idea, what a fantastic card, or whatever. I will always react. If you are interested in my August-December product share, there is information on that on my website as well. That's the last day for ordering and paying for that is the 2nd of August, but it does give you a little bit of everything, and there are options through that. I'm also taking orders for my Simply Citrus workshop. And again, information about that on my website. That has gone out in my newsletter. If you haven't signed up to my newsletter, I would highly recommend it so you don't miss out on everything that's going on. Thank you very much indeed for joining me. Have a fantastic weekend, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye!